Today on Suncoast View, as Sarasota works to adopt a master plan to redevelop the bayfront, one existing building does not seem to be included in any proposal. We'll discuss.
The Katazan is the crown jewel of the Ringling Museum. Today we'll meet the man in charge of keeping John and Mabel Ringling's home authentic and amazing to experience.
Running a race is hard enough, but what about adding mud, water, even barbed wire? We bring in an expert to train us for obstacle course racing. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the show. Stephanie Roberts is off today, but she will be back with us tomorrow. But today we have Candace McCallia.
I'm Stephanie today.
Yes. Blonde hair.
Yes. Candace of 360 PR. We're always happy to have you because we know how busy you are.
Thank you.
I
love coming to hang out with you guys. It's always fun.
Yes, and you just got back from a great vacation. So I understand this cruise was a little different. You actually crashed the cruise. And we don't mean by driving.
Not literally.
They didn't know you were coming.
They didn't know we were coming, and actually my sister shares a birthday with you. Her birthday is on July 11th.
She's a great person.
She's wonderful.
We've never met, but...
And she just turned 40, so
she's half my age.
Is half your age, and her husband and her daughter planned a cruise, and then we all showed up and crashed it and surprised her. So that's me and my family. That's my sister and my other sister. There's 3 girls in our family, and we had a nice little sister night out on one of the nights. We went to the Caribbean. That, of course, we had to have the birthday matching shirt. So that's all.
That's how you find each other at the buffet.
Exactly. And we really had a great time. It went to Haiti, Jamaica, and Cozumel, and it was on the huge ship, the Oasis of the Seas, from Royal Caribbean, so we had a blast.
Oh, that's wonderful.
She was so surprised, and we have a video of her face, and it was great. My daughter made a video journal of the whole thing, so it was great. I think she was happy that we showed up, but we'll never really know for sure.
Some families it could go either way, but I know that you all are close, so I know it was a welcome surprise. It was a month of birthday surprises.
It was. I had a surprise party for my 80th birthday. My daughter gave me. I was absolutely stunned. I haven't gotten over it yet.
I want to be you when I'm 80. Like you are what I want to be, honestly.
I want to be you when I'm 50.
Yeah, right.
Somebody said to me the other day, "Oh my goodness, you look so young for your age." When I told him how old I was, I said, "Well, how old do you think I am?" And he said, "Oh, I thought 65 or 70." And I said, "No, I thought you meant 40."
He should have just left it there.
Yeah.
You look young for your age.
Stop talking.
Well, we are glad you're back. We're glad that you had a fun trip, and we got a lot of fun things planned for the show today, starting with the kitchen. Welcome back to Chef Isaac from Baker and Wife.
Thank you, thank you. Nice to be back.
Yes, we're happy to
Always
see you. What are we making today?
We're gonna do a broccolini, which is glazed in orange and soy and honey. Very simple, but very tasty. Some chili, and then, you know, this is one of our salads that are going to be featured for our new pizza class, which starts on August 13th.
That's exciting.
I'm excited to be here, and, as usual.
Well, we cannot wait to join you later on, and we'll learn a little bit more about this pizza class. Sounds like sign me up.
Yeah.
It sounds like the bachelor's degree I should have had.
Exactly.
But of course, Baker and Wife is located in Southgate, right across from, I keep calling it the old Westfield. Now it's Siesta Key Mall. I still can't adopt that.
And Baker and Wife has one of the best hamburgers I've ever had.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So good. Yeah, I love their food.
And great pizza, so I'm excited to learn. We love to celebrate all the great things that are happening on the Suncoast and all the great talented filmmakers at Ringling College. Well, do you remember the animated short, In a Heartbeat? This won the Gold Medal Student Academy Award last year. Well, it is still getting praise. The film just won the award for Best Animated Film from BAFTA. That's the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. It's the story of a teenage boy who is dragged along by his heart when it enthusiastically goes after the boy he has a crush on. The short film has over 35 million views on YouTube. I love that this is still getting play. You may have caught it actually at Burns Court because I know they showed it before their films.
Oh,
as
I
the
love
trailer.
to see
That's
those.
super cute.
That's so good that they're doing that. That looks so cute. I want to know
does.
how it ends.
I will tell you, I don't want no spoilers, but it is a happy ending.
Okay, good.
But
The
it's a
heart
great,
wins.
yes, it's a great approach too to kind of the love is love, and it's also wonderful to support all of the great talented students
yeah.
at Ringling.
We've got a lot to be proud of.
We do, and it's on a national level and now on a global level.
That's
They're getting
awesome.
recognition. So congratulations to them and all the great work coming out. Well, it is time for our first hot topic. As Sarasota works to adopt a master plan to redevelop the Bayfront, one existing building does not seem to be included in any proposal, the former Gee Whiz Children's Science Museum. Right now, it's a vacant 33,000 square foot structure. All proposals involve its demolition, but one city commissioner is questioning that, saying she thinks it should be repurposed. There are cost concerns about repairs, of course, but planners say the biggest issue is that they just haven't heard of any public support to preserve the building. What do we think about this?
I think you build a new one. Whatever we're going to put there, that's gotten old. It hasn't been used.
Yeah.
An unused building on the bay is going to be decaying. So I say tear it down and build something else.
Yeah, and I mean, if, you can't keep everything, and that's going to really impede progress on this new plan. If you keep saying, oh, we should keep this, we should keep this. I understand the Van Wezel because there was an outpouring of support for it, but once you want to keep other things, it's really going to impede the whole master plan. And if you look to what the City Commission did about 2 years ago, they did a study about keeping Gee Whiz, and it needs like over $300,000 in repairs. It costs about $45,000 a year just to maintain it. So I say,
And if
move
it was so
forward.
valuable, somebody would have used it surely
Yes.
during
Yeah.
all this time.
I mean, I'm with you that I have an affection for it, and
Yeah.
I enjoy it, and I was kind of sad that it hasn't been used. But Candace makes a great point. When you have a master plan and then you slowly start to chip away at it to
Right.
include this and that and this, it's like when you try and clean out someone's house and they want to hold on to everything.
Yes.
In order to move forward, you do have to say goodbye to
And
some
it
buildings.
wasn't that historic. It wasn't that old.
no, it really wasn't. I think it was built in the 1970s.
Yeah.
I think. I may be wrong.
Oh my
but-
goodness, I was already in television then. That is not historic.
It's interesting. One of the comments on social media said that one of the viewers said they would much rather see them save that pagoda that is over in that neighborhood right near the Sarasota Garden Club.
Right.
And wondering why there isn't more outcrying for that.
I
But
think it
and
is historic.
They're constantly asking for public feedback, and I think with the Van Wezel, there was something like 30% of people who answered said save the Van Wezel, and when it comes to the Gee Whiz, I think it's like 1%. So I think you want to listen to the public.
Yeah.
And the pagoda you could put somewhere else. It's not
Sure.
that
Right.
big.
Right.
And that's also a great point, is that they have asked for public input.
From the
So
beginning.
this is almost like voting. If you don't turn out your opinion, don't
Right.
wait until it's already being built. You
And
know?
city commissioners are supposed to represent what the people want. So I think it's great, for a city commissioner to say, oh, I want this, but are you really representing what the people want?
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Well, are you obsessed with the number beside your email inbox, where it tells you how many unread emails you have? And do you strive for that number to say 0? Or are you unconcerned that the number is actually in the hundreds?
Thousands?
Hundreds is being polite, I think. Yeah. Productivity experts say that it is less about how many emails you have yet to conquer, but more important, how you manage them. They say to develop a strategy for combing through your inbox and set expectations for the way you want people to email you to begin with. They suggest that you do the important stuff first and realize that you may never get it all done. All right, so this concept of inbox 0 with a completely clean inbox, do either of you have goals for that?
Mine says something like 7,000. And
I'm gonna show you mine. It's really embarrassing.
hers is 72,000. Oh, I am not so bad. I feel better
You actually
already.
make me feel better because I know, like, our producer Matt once caught a glimpse of my phone over my shoulder, and he said, "You have 22,000 unread emails," and almost, I think he was almost disgusted.
I can't let go of my old AOL account. And my husband, it drives him crazy because he always looks over and he's, how do you have 70,000 emails? I have no problem with it.
Yeah. And I'm afraid I missed something good in there. So I
Yes.
can't just mass delete.
I agree.
I can't delete because, and it's kind of a negative. I'm a hoarder
Yeah.
digitally, and it's
A
only
digital hoarder.
and maybe real life too. But in that people always that I work with have always asked me, oh, I don't have that anymore. Can you resend that? Can you resend that? I'm always the guy who resends info.
It happens all the time.
But it was
especially
usually
in
last week or this week, not
Some of it is,
ago.
some of it is
good point.
other stuff. I know there's a very interesting podcast that came out of Fast Company, which gave us this article, which also says it is your responsibility to train the people that email you.
Okay, right.
As in,
That's not gonna happen.
you can unsubscribe from something that you don't want. You
That's
can chime in and
true.
say, thank you, I no longer need these updates in the future.
That's true.
Or you can, one tactic they have is to have the sender actually send you bullet points at the top of the email so that you can quickly scan and say, okay, this is something I need to look at later.
But most of these are not just to you, they're to a lot of people.
Right.
So they aren't even looking at you as a person when they send these out. I get a lot of press releases and things like that.
Right.
I think, frankly, for me, it's too much. There's way too many
Yeah.
emails, and so I miss a lot of things, and
I
it
do
isn't
too.
for lack of interest.
Right.
It's just, at this point, call me or
Right.
text me and say, I
Text me or
emailed
call
you,
me, right.
and I
Yeah,
can find it.
right.
It's becoming a problem, I know, and I know it's something that there's a lot of chatter about, so this won't be the last time we hear about it. But Inbox Zero, we're no way near it.
No.
I never
Not
do
even
anybody
close.
like that.
Yes. Email them. You can save their number.
Right.
All right. Well, it's the end of an era, and I know some of us will feel a little nostalgic about this. There will soon only be one Blockbuster video store left in the U.S. It's in Bend, Oregon, and it is privately owned. The manager stocks new release DVDs, video games, and Blu-rays that she buys at Walmart. She says her customers don't want everything to be digital and impersonal. 10 years ago, there were 9,000 big blue movie rental stores, and now there's only one.
Wow.
A little bit of a reality check of how quickly the world changes.
It does, but I am so glad I don't have to run out and rent one on a rainy night.
I know,
And you can't find
yep.
anything good.
Or return it when it has to be back and you have
Yes.
to, oh, that was the
That was
worst.
a deadline we didn't need. It's
Yeah.
interesting. We do still have Video Renaissance here in Sarasota, and it's still a video store that is going strong, and it's no signs of going
But
away.
it's like historic. You can find any old movie that you want there. You can find
That is
anything
true.
there. So there needs to be one.
And you do have the knowledge of the people that work there. I mean, if you go in, they are experts.
Yeah.
I liked this one movie with this person, and they'll not only tell you what movie that was, but they'll give you recommendations for
Yes.
other movies.
And yeah,
just
that
like
is a
it.
downfall because now there are some really older good movies that you can't find on Apple TV or anywhere. I mean, I'll give you an example, Space Camp. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes.
I
I
did.
love it, but I can't find it anywhere. I want to show my kids, and
Yeah.
it's not available. But I could probably find it at that Bend, Oregon
There you go.
Blockbuster.
Road trip.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're talking about dear old dad. It turns out that maybe all dads are really just the same, especially when it comes down to their shoes. Retired NFL player Anthony Adams laid out his dad's shoes in this Instagram post, showing the meticulous method to his dad's shoe madness. Adams said in a post, I'm going to go with shade number 2 today to do a little light grilling. I love that it's all the same dad sneaker, that white sneaker, and
Yes.
with varying levels of the top is for date night, then we have light grilling, barbecue grilling,
Oh my
yard work,
gosh,
it's
that's
a little
awesome.
dirtier, and then the final is for fishing or more outdoor activities. Candace,
funny.
we're going to ask you to put your husband on the spot here. Is he a dad shoe guy?
No, he is totally stylish when it comes to shoes. Now, of course, for work, he wears shiny patent leathers every day as he's in uniform, but he actually is very stylish when it comes to shoes and watches. So I've got to
nice.
give him that. Yeah,
All
he's
right,
got a good
for him.
collection.
Well, my dad is rocking the dad shoe game pretty
Really?
hard. All right, let's check in with our mid-morning forecast, and when we come back, we're going to learn how Ringling Museum has brought new life to the Katazan.
Scattered showers remain in the forecast for you today. Southwesterly wind flow continues to flow, bringing those showers from Gulf waters to the coastline through the mid-morning hours. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon, and then as we head into the second half of the afternoon, I think we'll probably see more activity in inland areas. A frontal boundary located just to our north is going to stall out there. That's going to keep this high-pressure ridge down to our south, and the combination of those two features ensures the southwest wind continuing for several more days. That promises us over that best 5-day period, the best rain chance during this time period and during the mid-morning hours as we head into the next several days along the coastline. Then as we head into the afternoon, those strongest storms will move into inland areas and drift further from the coast. A little bit of drier air may give us a slight reduction in our rain chances as we head into the weekend, taking us from about 50% chance of rain today to 30% over the weekend.
The Ringling Museum is a Suncoast treasure. And Katazan, the mansion that was John and Mabel Ringling's home, is the most popular part for the hundreds of thousands of people who tour Ringling every year. Ron McCarty is called the Keeper of Katazan. He has been at Ringling Museum longer than anybody else. And after 38 years, he is retiring come August. We are so honored that you would drop by and see us, Ron.
Thank you.
You've been there a long time.
Yes, I've seen it all.
You've seen a lot. Now, of course, Katazan is called an American castle, the home of the king and queen of the circus, John and Mabel. But what goes into being the keeper of the castle?
Well, actually, I oversaw the restoration, which was a 7-year restoration. So really, that's a major part of what I was doing at the beginning. And actually, from 2002, after we opened, I continue to restore. So ceilings have been restored since we've opened, and exterior walls have been repaired, and basements. So it's an ongoing restoration that never ends.
Oh, yes, I never realized that. And you do some very surprising things as keeper of the castle that we might not know about, right?
Well, it's definitely interesting dealing with conservators, you know, all these wonderfully trained artisans that have done such specialty work. So regilding of ceilings, all the floors have been redone, the walls are done with a beautiful glazed finish, just like the 20s. So it's definitely a unique position, very different than a curator of paintings. You know, you're really much more hands-on.
Well, the first time I met you, you were on your hands and knees in John's office, measuring where his desk should go by tenths of an inch. So everything in there is very accurate, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, when I met you, the old mansion was falling apart. You had quite a job on your hands there.
Yeah.
Definitely. It had been a rental primarily. The museum used it as a rental for weddings, and you could have it for a weekend, and it was not cared for as it is today.
There were several movies made there. I remember those days.
Yeah, me
yes.
too.
Great expectations.
Right.
You brought us actually some examples of what it looked like before and what it's
Absolutely.
become. So talk to us about what
Tell
we're
us
seeing
about
here.
these two.
You're looking at the ballroom. This is the early aspects of silk tearing off the walls. The floors had been in horrible condition, which is an Asian teak. The gilded ceiling was in very poor condition. The plaster was in very bad condition. So that's the transformation. You can see how beautiful it is today.
And it is just stunning today. And what else did you bring us? Tell us about these.
We have the actual court ceiling. So we had a great deal of water damage that came through the glass above. So there's a clear story above, and all of the water would leak through, and it's a gouache finish. So it actually would run when the water would get on the paint. So the conservators sealed that and repaired it with a pastel stick.
Oh my! And the
It's an
outside had a
enormous
lot of
job.
damage
So the
too.
exterior too. I mean, these are. We'll talk first about what it looked like. Talk to us about this look here.
Well, the whole back area, the west facade, has this beautiful 13,000 square feet of marble terrace. So the lower dock was completely ripped off from different storms. Jeannie and Charlie
Oh, wow, look
just
at that.
finished it off. So
Oh, and it's so
amazing.
gorgeous
FEMA
today.
actually gave the money to fix this aspect over 2 years.
What
must
are
mean a lot
you
of me.
proudest of, Ron? You've
Very
done
much.
so many things. You've been overseeing so many things. What are you proudest of with your accomplishments?
Well, honestly, I can't believe I was able to restore a house of this caliber and have it open to the public. But the exciting aspect is really bringing the story of John and Mabel back to this community because they were so involved in the community.
And there was one thing you were determined to make happen. Tell me about that.
Yes, the swimming pool. So as you approach the museum, you have this wonderful walkway, and on the right-hand side is a 75-foot swimming pool that was filled in with soil and mulch. So you really didn't realize what it was. You thought that huge planter. And so I gave a tour to the Bolger owners, the old Bolger Foundation, and the family were so lovely to Katazan. At the end of it, I told them that I was really sad that I didn't get to finish that because it's the main approach.
Right.
As you're looking at the house, you see this ugly swimming pool. And the daughter looked at me and she said, "Oh, that's so interesting, tell me more." And I said, "It's a $500,000 project, and it's unfortunate I don't get to finish that since I finished the entire house." So the next day I got a phone call, and she said, we want to make your dream come true.
That's
Wow.
So it's being dedicated to her.
Oh, that's
It will be
Which
in
is
your
lovely.
name. Oh my God!
what
So
a
you
legacy.
are
Very
kind.
leaving the swimming pool for
That's
us.
true.
Oh, thank
That's
you
right.
so much, Ron. The
Thank you.
Katazan at the Ringling is one of the real treasures here on the Suncoast. You don't want to miss it. For more information and for taking a tour information on Katazan, you can go to ringling.org. And coming up next, a preview from the Venice Theater Summer Cabaret.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veteran Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC7, weekdays starting at 5.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Venice's Summer Cabaret Theater is now in full swing. For the last 6 years, the festival has brought us different local performers every weekend who take over the stage and present their own unique shows. And this show coming up sounds like one we do not want to miss. Elena Opie presents Mommy Needs a Drink. Take it away.
I came here for a Twix, or perhaps a Milky Way, to satisfy my fix. But now I've been delayed, for it just crossed my mind that it might be quite mean to leave the last of your kind alone in the vending machine. My gaze, it lingers beneath the butterfingers at what could just be the candy of my dreams. Oh, Henry Barr, how lonely and sad you are, left bereft by all of your friends as the silver coil of destiny nears its end. You seem a sweet temptation, your name's an exclamation. Oh, satisfy my craving, oh, Henry Barr. Oh, Henry Barr, here I am and there you are, both both so all alone, both abandoned on our own, both living with mistakes for which we can't atone. I know you're a confection, but I feel a connection. Oh, won't you fill my void, oh, Henry Barr? I could end your loneliness by giving you a Hershey kiss. But suddenly what occurs to me is this. I have no idea what is in an O. Henry Bar. Will you leave me wanting more, like a Skittles or a score? Or could you be the candy that I need? Would you break a poor girl's heart like a spree or a sweet tart? Would you melt in my hand or in my mouth? Have you been in there for years, next to the Three Musketeers, waiting just for me to let you out? Oh, Henry Barr, give me a clue as to who you are. If you want the truth, since the days of my youth, I've sought a man to satiate my sweet tooth. Don't deny our fate, my sugary soulmate. We could heal our aching wounds and mend each other's scars. My heart bleeds, my stomach pleads. Oh, Henry, can't you see that I belong to you and Henry, you to me? There's a longing in my loins as I reach for my loose coins. I put 2 quarters in the slot so far, and as I push D3, a wave of ecstasy comes quickly sweeping up and flying over me. Oh, Henry, oh, Henry. Wait, what? No, Henry! Forget you, Henry. Forget you.
Awesome! Oh, that's great. Mommy does need a drink, I think. Don't miss Elena Opie and Mommy Needs a Drink at the Venice Theater Summer Cabaret Festival. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, July 21st and 22nd. For tickets and information, go to VeniceStage.com. And many more shows are coming in the festival at the Venice Theater through August 26th. Next, we're going to be training for an obstacle course race.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Our nation's servicemen and women show great courage and leadership, both on and off the battlefield. When they transition to civilian life, they can apply the skills and values they learned in the military to the workplace. That's why the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is urging employers everywhere to be smart, bet on a vet. Hiring a veteran is also a great way to show your appreciation for them. To learn more, call 1-888-44-SALUTE.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face, in your face, in
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Just the concept of signing up for a race of any sort is enough to make most of us a little nervous. But obstacle course races like Tough Mudder or the Savage Race, they are popping up all over the Suncoast, with tracks that include mud, water, even barbed wire. Well, here to help us understand how to get ready for something like this is trainer Stephen Wilk from Chase Fit. Welcome, Stephen.
Welcome.
When it comes to obstacle courses, we obviously have the right guy. How many of them have you done?
Let's see. Well, my first one was in 2015. I did one. 2016, so the addiction kind of picked up 9. 21 last year, and I'm at 15 this year. On pace for 30.
Wow. Oh
And
my.
you're not just participating, but you're also ranking pretty high. Go ahead and brag a little bit on where you placed.
So there's some local races that I typically do pretty well at, like Mud Endeavor here on the shirt that I'm wearing. But then there's some bigger races, like an East Coast race, Bone Frog. You know, I've been fortunate enough. I've done 2 of them so far. I've gotten first place in both of those.
Whoa.
Really cool. You get some pretty cool
Yay.
trophies, a cool paddle to take home, so it's pretty neat.
It's all about the bling.
Yeah.
Well, the prize at the end, right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of prizes, you actually, I understand, met your soon-to-be wife during one of these races.
Yeah, actually, is that Savage Race. So it was kind of like one more reason for it to be my favorite race. But yeah, I just met her there. It was actually in the grounds afterwards. We had just finished running. We kind of had just seen each other a little bit, just because we've known that we've gotten similar races. And she was there, and we just kind of struck up conversation, and it went from there. So yeah.
Your eyes met over the barbed wire, and the rest is history.
Maybe I should sign up for one there.
Which is surprising, because I was pretty dirty after the race too. So I'm pretty lucky.
You are obviously a fit guy, but let's talk about when you tried your first obstacle course race. How well did you do?
I actually ended up, I jumped right into the competitive wave. Probably, I don't know, it wasn't the best idea, but I ended up getting 49th. So
out of
hundreds.
Okay.
So I was pretty far. I mean, I did well enough, but it's pretty far down there. And kind of that 1 through 49, pretty big time slots. I was like 22 minutes off the pace of the winner. So
wow. But you didn't stop.
No.
So what did you learn? What did you realize from kind of not doing as well as you had hoped on your first race? What did you learn? How did you have to train differently for races like this?
There was a couple of different things that they kind of really focused on. Was the strength aspect, really having to build up some strength, because we're doing different things like carrying, climbing, crawling, all these different things that use all these different body parts, which is good. We did some hit endurance, or some hit training. So really trying to get the heart rate elevated up there, really get your body moving and working under stress. But most importantly, and probably the biggest one that everybody kind of likes to skip, is the endurance factor. You know, really working on that cardiovascular engine. and being able to run for prolonged periods of time without, being exhausted.
Sure, because I mean, strength in small bursts, I would imagine, is one thing, but then to have to, finish out the race and keep it going is another. You mentioned HIIT, which is high intensity interval
training. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So HIIT is a common way that people phrase it.
So the way that the skills you have to build up for an obstacle race, even if we're not considering an obstacle course race, these are still skills I understand that we need in everyday life.
Oh, absolutely. So again, the running, climbing, crawling, hanging on to things, being able to carry stuff, all translates into real life because we as human beings have to be able to move in all sorts of different directions. And just because we might not be going under barbed wire every day doesn't mean that we don't need core stability to be able to prevent ourselves from, not falling as I do this.
Sure.
And so the real life translation is really important.
So you brought a few exercises that can help train. Let's bring you over here so you can start with Linda. Tell us what the exercise is and what it helps.
So she's just going to do an isometric squeeze on this bar here. And basically what we're trying to do is increase our grip strength and our grip endurance. She's got it right down there. Yeah, she's ready to go. So she's just going to squeeze that bar as hard as she can. And you're just going to slowly rotate your elbow, try to rotate and bend that bar, outward as that, and then work your way back inward.
Maybe I'll go on a race.
Yeah, I like it.
So Steve, how is this working for her? Her grip?
So this is going to work our forearms and our grip. And the important part about this is that we can hold on to things, or even more importantly, real life translation is, now I can go up and down this, carrying groceries and maybe take one less trip. And I don't know about you, but I sweat like crazy in Florida. And I don't want to make another trip to the car to get some groceries in. So kind of a real life translation, that's a little bit of a benefit for you.
All right, so while Linda's working on her grip, is this more of a balance thing for me?
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit more of a balancing. It's going to be a little isolateral, stability here. What we're going to do is we're going to do some single leg deadlifts. There's a couple different ways we could do it. First, we're going to show you with the assistance of the chair here for stability. For anybody that kind of requires a little less or a little more stability. What we're going to do is we're just going to have a hand over here, keeping ourselves braced. Our inside foot's going to stay planted to the ground. And then what we're going to do is holding with our outside hand, you're going to kick back nice and smooth, and you're going to come down nice and flat. So you see he's going to be straight like a board here, keeping our back in line, making sure we're not doing flexion under load. Yeah, and you're going to feel that big pull in your hamstring, right? So the important part is we have to stabilize here, the lateral motion. And you're really going to get the benefit from the hamstring. You can see as his kind of knee shakes there, we're really stretching that hamstring out, working. And again, real life translation, we're able to balance. We don't fall over when we do things. We can bend over properly without running the risk of hurting ourselves.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, core, you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Is that what you
have
Candace
Core is
ready
super
for?
important. Yeah. So
Take my shoes off.
Yeah, perfect. So what she's going to do is everybody knows a plank. We're just going to add a little spice to this.
Everyone hates a plank.
Everybody,
that, right?
Everybody hates a plank. If I told you it was a 5-second plank, it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah,
Right?
my limit's a minute. So.
Perfect. So what we're going to have to do is she's going to go ahead and get in a plank position on her elbows. And then with this movement here, we're just going to add a little bit of spice to it, kind of replicating a barbed wire crawl. All she's going to do is take and roll her hips from side to side, just like that. Keep your hips nice and low. And with this, what we're doing is engaging our oblique abdominals a little bit extra and working our core through movement and stability, which is super important for racing. Because when we race, we're moving constantly. It's not, hey, get here and just sit here for a minute, right? So it's kind of really important that, again, this is talking about the stability aspect of it, being able to do that.
Yeah,
to it.
It's a nice
a little
way
bit
to
of
kind
variety.
of kick up the plank, too.
Yeah.
So I understand that there are some races coming up in the area in about 12 or so weeks, and you are kicking off a course, a 10-week-long course that will get people ready for this.
Absolutely, yeah. So over at DEFIT downtown here in Sarasota, we're doing a 12-week course, and the nice part about the program is it's a progressive-based program. So if we can't do a pull-up, don't worry about it. That's not a big deal.
So it's good for any
it's good for anybody
level.
because we're taking you from the basic first steps and leading our way up into it.
I love this. All right, so whether you're going to go through the mud or you just want to carry your groceries well, there's an option for you.
Absolutely.
I understand you also have a free class coming up this Thursday, July 19th at Definition Fit in downtown Sarasota. To register for the free class and get more information about the ongoing course, you can visit chase.fit online. All right, coming up next, we're going house hunting in Suncoast for sale.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Ray Collins. Today at noon, police in Northport are investigating the cause of death of a 20-month-old toddler. Ava Perry was reported missing and later found in a canal near her house. A record-breaking all-star game in the nation's capital last night, a combined 10 home runs, extra innings, and the American League won again. We'll have more highlights at noon, but first, it's that steamy forecast from John Scalzi.
Indeed, southwest wind continues today to produce a few showers out in Gulf waters and sling them back toward our coastline. Rain chances good along the coast during the morning and into the mid-afternoon. Then all the rain chance kind of moves into inland areas. That's where it'll focus as it gradually drifts closer to the other coasts and clears out the west coast of Florida. We have a mix of sun and clouds in the forecast for you today. That'll take our daytime high temperature, bump it up to about 92 with a feels like temperature of about 100 to 105.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
ABC7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
Everywhere you look around here, there's new development and new construction popping up. In residential real estate, though, it's hard to know from the outside what would really be best for you on the inside. And Suncoast Realtor Andrew Haddad is here to take us in and show us the hottest new construction buys. So, Andrew, the homes that we're talking about today are verified move-in ready.
They are,
right?
yeah, and it's so interesting looking at the new construction because, you know, of course, you get a lot more choices when you want to build.
Right.
You can have your own little unique touches, yet there's a lot of deals to be had on some of the properties that are already spec'd out and built. And we were out looking this weekend, and it's exciting. There's just so much out there right now, so I'm excited to bring some of these properties for you. So, absolutely. First, we're going to be jumping right into Palmer Ranch. Now, look at this. This is a townhouse, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, over 1,600 square feet. Of course, this is a picture of the model home. I'm going to tell you this. At this price point, in an area like Palmer Ranch, under $260,000, this is an incredible steal. For new construction, this is built by D.R. Horton, which does a phenomenal job. All the appliances are included. It does have a 1-car garage. It has some beautiful inlays and specs on the inside, but ready move in at this price point in Palmer Ranch. I mean, again, it's hard to find something comparable to that 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Great school district.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Next, we're going to be heading up north. This is in Palmasola. This is Marbella. So at $415,010, this community and this builder right here, I've been up there. They have gotten over 20 awards for being one of the powerhouse ecological builders. These homes that they build right now, they call them the homes of tomorrow because they're literally 40% more efficient than new construction homes. They're 70% more efficient than existing homes. This one right here is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, gorgeous villa, over 1,500 square feet. And again, it's in a beautiful little community. It has a pool and a fitness center and everything. And again, I mean, beautiful new construction, great area up in Bradenton, and a great price point as well.
Yes, it is.
Next, we are going to be looking at another signature community. This is a Taylor Morrison community. You've seen a lot of Esplanades out there.
Nice.
This is Esplanade in Palmer Ranch. So again, back to Palmer Ranch, really good price point here. You're looking at 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, plus a den, almost 1,700 square feet. Nice open floor plan. Taylor Morrison does a phenomenal job on their finishes. You're going to be looking at stainless steel appliances, gas. We have quartz countertops. And what they're really known for, though, are their lifestyle communities. So you're looking at resort-style swimming pools, the Bahama Bar, tennis, pickleball, bocce ball courts, and just a lot of activities. So again, great price point, beautiful area, all new construction. These are ready move-in right in Palmer Ranch.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then this past weekend, my wife and I actually went and took a look at this one. This is a spec home built by Medallion Homes. This is in Waverly, which is, I want to say, probably one of the most popular communities popping up in Sarasota off Proctor Road. $659,990, of course. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. This has a huge den, a huge explosive bonus room. There it is right there. That actually opens up to the pool and the spa. But I mean, oh my gosh, these are completely specced out with quartz counters in the kitchens and the baths. Everything's beautiful on the inside. Upgraded cabinets, appliances.
Look at that pool.
You know, lifetime pool, and it's again beautiful community. There's only going to be about 110 homes in this community, all brand new. You can either build, you can buy a spec and move in today, or you can, you know, obviously build out into the future as well. So good values in Sarasota.
The specs are great too if you don't want to have to make all the choices.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know what you're getting.
It does take the hassle out of it, right?
Yeah, professional designers do those,
absolutely,
right?
100%. And then Candace, I got one more house for you. This is the dream home. This is
how did you know?
How do we know? This is it. This is new construction built by Neil Signature Homes. They do a phenomenal job. This home is ready move-in. Incredible in Lakewood Ranch Country Club. You're going to see 2 islands there, quartz counters, stainless steel appliances. We got Wolf, Bosch, Sub-Zero. I mean, completely specced out here.
This is in the country club, right?
This is in the country club. Yeah, and so beautiful floor plan. I love the functionality that they do this. It's a one big great room, opens up into the outdoor living area. You're going to see a gorgeous summer kitchen, custom designed pool and spa. And again, we're in one of the best communities out there. So at that price point, Candace, still, that's a really great value.
They're one of my favorite builders, I gotta say.
She's already looked at it.
I love it.
Thank you, Andrew. For more information about these homes and many others, you can contact Andrew. You can find him at sellingthesuncoast.com. Coming up next, do your tastes change as you age? We are going to put it to the test.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
All right, well today, Wednesday the 18th, is actually National Sour Candy Day. So there is a theory that as you age, your taste buds change and your tolerance for sour things changes with it. So we wanted to put this to the test. So we have Warheads, which are easily the most sour candy. They continue to get more sour as you have them in your mouth. So, Linda, you'll obviously be representing the more golden demographic.
The over-the-hill group, are you trying to say?
Candace and I are middle together. I'm right there with you.
Okay.
We wanted to bring in our producer, Kaylee, to represent the early 20s. So, we all have Warheads. You're going to start the stopwatch. We're going to pop these in, see who can last the longest with the sour flavor.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, right off the bat.
Oh, I'm out.
Candace is out.
I'm out.
Linda's doing okay?
Oh my God.
Oh. While we're
She's
waiting,
gonna gag.
pardon my mouth.
She's gonna blow.
There is actually a chemical reaction that happens in your brain.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
So rad.
When you taste the sour flavor, it will release serotonin, and
Wait, it got better.
it does.
It got better.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Oh my God, I cannot get that nasty.
No, it got better for me.
And that tells your brain that you are tasting a sour flavor.
Oh!
Come on, Linda.
My brain just got the message.
No, now it's sweet for me.
Go, Joey. Get that out of there.
Our resident sour expert, our producer Matt, did tell us these are the most sour, the Warheads, followed by Sour Patch Kids, followed by the Sweet Tarts Extreme Sour Chews. Oh, they're jumping.
That's okay.
Then we get into the Sour Punch Strings.
Who would pay for
Linda,
this?
I think you're doing okay.
I can handle that one.
I'm good.
All right. Sorry, Candace.
I don't like it, but
I'm
I
still in
learned
the
no
race. All right, we're going to keep working on our Warheads. You can celebrate National Sour Candy Day any way you'd like, or you can choose to skip it. We're going to cleanse our palates by going into the kitchen with Baker and Wife. We'll be right back.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Webb. Coming up today at noon, a mixed report card for the annual review of the superintendent of Sarasota County Schools. And the investigation continues into just why two planes collided, then crashed in the Everglades. But first, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
So today we develop a southwesterly wind coming in at about 10 knots. That'll be kind of consistent throughout the day today into the afternoon and evening. And then we'll look for 2-foot seas and a light chop as well during each of those time periods. So fairly nice boating, but you will be dodging showers and a few thunderstorms as well. Our daytime high tops out at about 92 with a 50% chance of showers through the afternoon. We'll watch the shower chances stay high, but kind of move into inland areas later in the afternoon. We'll have a pretty nice evening, I think, with about a 20% chance of lingering showers, but not too bad. And then overnight, quiet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jaffe Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment, and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
Coming up tomorrow morning at 9 on Suncoast View, we're fighting for a cure, literally. We'll meet a Suncoast couple who are using professional wrestling to give back to the fight against cancer. Being a musician or comedian are tough on their own, but what about combining them? We'll meet the hip-hop musical improv troupe North Coast Improv, straight from New York. Plus, we'll learn about the therapeutic art of cupping from East West College. And Chef Judy brings her best junk food picks in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Isaac from Baker and Wife. What are we making? This is way more my speed than the sour candy. So what do we got going on here?
Well, this is actually a little sweet, a little sour. This is a broccolini, which is glazed with, it's just a simple glaze. It's soy, honey, and Florida orange juice.
Wow.
Great. All right.
It smells delicious.
Mm-hmm. And so first we start with garlic, some red pepper, because it's a little spicy.
Okay.
And some cumin seeds.
Oh, I was wondering what that was. Okay, that looks great.
And we start by warming these, the spices up, and then.
Do you have any oil in there, or it's
just a little bit of oil?
Okay.
And just what we're trying to do is just get the fragrance out of this.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's pretty quick and straightforward.
I can smell it. It smells good.
So once we get that and we already feel the aroma, we add our green onions.
Okay.
Our soy.
This looks delicious.
Our orange juice.
That's like the secret ingredient.
I would never think to do that.
And then we add the honey, we can make this glaze basically using agave if we don't like to use honey.
Okay.
And I know some people don't like honey, and some people use agave, or it's just a way to sweeten it.
You're doing this for broccolini, but I guess you could probably do this for like chicken or steak.
This is an amazing, amazing glaze for like a piece of fish, like a salmon or a piece of tuna.
Oh, it sounds awesome.
So basically I do it with the vegetable now because I'm not eating right now.
Oh, okay.
being
Well,
good.
we like vegetables.
So how long would we normally let that cook?
So we're gonna cook this for 10 minutes, and that's it. Once it's cooked out for 10 minutes, it'll thicken.
Okay.
And it becomes this really thick, syrupy glaze, and I can pour it in one of these just so we can.
Yeah, it is.
Great.
It's got the
Oh,
honey.
wow.
You can see
Yeah.
the texture of the honey.
So that cooks
That's
down.
it. It's just
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay.
That's fantastic. What a nice way to kind of dress up an easy recipe, especially in the summer. I know we don't always want to be doing a ton of cooking in the kitchen, so I love a good flavorful glaze.
And I've taken the liberty, of course, to cook out the broccolini and also char these in advance, which is this is a great dish actually for the barbecue. If you
Oh, really?
You know, because
Best way to prep broccolini? Do you grill it, saute it?
no, I take a pot of water, salt it. I'm generous with my salt. The water boils. I cook them for about 6 minutes, and then I shock them in ice water as well.
Oh.
With salt. And
Oh,
once
great.
they cool down, then everything is
So you're going to have Linda kind of toss that, toss that glaze. And we should mention this is part of leading up to the pizza class that you will have starting in August. This is a great opportunity for us to learn to make pizza, and your pizzas are phenomenal.
Yeah, August 13th, we'll start a pizza class, and it's just a nice way to get to know the people. And, you know, there's a lot of questions always about pizza, so this is one of the salads we're featuring.
And your pizzas are delicious, a lot of great knowledge. You can find out more information about those classes by visiting Baker and Wife on Facebook. You can also find them on their website. Thank you, Chef. While
you.
Linda's hard at work, we're going to
it's
anxiously
ready.
await our broccolini. Candace, thank you so much for stopping by. Sorry about the sour candy earlier. I hope we get Candace back later in the
you're
month.
gonna love
All
it.
right, we're going to enjoy Baker and Wife. Take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.